Man, man, this was a tough game, man. This was a this was a tough game. Um, being at the watch party, man, they started off very good. Um, it went out to 24-7 and just didn't score after that. Just scored 7 points after that, really. Um, this is a tough one to swallow, man. I mean, I'm still upset. I'm still hurt on this game. Um, man, this one hurts. This one really hurts. Um, but um, they had, they exceeded expectations. They overachieved. They got to the NFC Championship, even though they should be in the Super Bowl. But this is the perfect example of you have to play a whole 60 minutes. And this team did. It's almost like they thought they already won by the first half. And you can't do this with a team like this, especially they're number one seed in the NFC for a reason. And they showed it. It was so many collapses in this game that's not something the Lions normally do. That's happened this year. Um, this is just another hurdle that they got to go through, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating. This was a frustrating and angry loss, and the fans feel it. I know the players feel it. Uh, this was a game they should not have lost at all. They should have put the pedal to the metal. They should not be conservative. This is the type of game you cannot be conservative. This is the type of game where you can't go for it on fourth down every single time. There's times where you just have to take the points and the field goal. You have to trust your kicker. This proves that they don't have trust in that kicker. Even with Jake Moody, he missed the field goal. They still had trust in him going out there getting field goals. And that's the difference. You have to have trust in your players. And it proved that they don't have trust in their kicker. And it's just a lot of plays, man. The broken play from Vendor, in which he should have caught. Um, Cam Sutton getting treated like a stepchild on Ayuk and Debo Samuel. Kittle did what Kittle does. You had Brock Purdy out there running around like he's Lamar Jackson. There is no way your linebackers need to be beat by Brock Purdy. And the missed tackles, come on, man. You can't miss this many tackles. You can't. You can't. The broken down sacks. The middle of the field was so wide open. Like, even Brady can run through that. No type of pressure at all. They need to address that in the draft and in the offseason. You can't have Hutch out there by himself, the only one that's getting pressure. Now, there were times where Pascal had it, Lee McNeil, and there were times where it was just like broken plays, and Jawan Jennings had that big catch on third down. Samuel and Ayuk was just they saved them this game. McCaffrey, they held McCaffrey for the most part in check, but that passing game is you had Cam Cam Sutton pissed me off every single game. He thinks he's better than what he is, and he's not. Vendor, to me, if really that broken play with Ayuk and maybe another play, to me, he played better than Sutton. Sutton got obliterated. I can't even say the word right, but he got torched. He got torched. He's not a number one corner. You have to find somebody else. He's a number two at best. To have him as a number one corner, it's not going to work. Now, this whole, like, last few games they've dealt with elite receivers, especially in these playoffs. You had Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp. Then you got Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. Now you got Ayuk and Deebo Samuel, who's probably the best number one and number two guys in the league. Them, Waddle and Hill. You can probably you can throw in DK Metcalf and Smith and Jigba and Tyler Lockett. You know what I'm saying? You could throw in a lot of combinations. You throw in Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. You know what I'm saying? You can throw in a lot of people. You can throw in Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's a lot. They felt with a lot of good two receiver combinations. The broken tackles, the letting Brock Purdy just run around like he's Lamar Jackson once again. The corner position, we giving up too many yards in the passing game. Too many. Stafford had a lot. Baker Mayfield had a lot. Nick Mullins, when we played Minnesota, they had a lot. Dak Prescott had a lot. They have to do something about this secondary, and they have to do something about these linebackers. Derek Barnes got hurt, and they weren't the same since. Rodrigo had an interception, but you have to finish the game. And the drop footballs, Josh Reynolds, Amara St. Brown, a couple of them by Jameson Williams that should have been caught. We should have blown this team out of the water. We should have, the way we left points off the board, we should have scored 50, 60 points on this team and never looked back. But when you have an offensive coordinator that is conservative, as Ben Johnson is, that's going to be hard. We letting too many teams into the game that shouldn't. You can't do that with a San Francisco. You can't do that with a Kansas City. You can't do that. This is going to be the learning experience that the Lions are going to go through. You have to address the defense. You have to get a number one receiver. Yeah, I like St. Brown. I like J-Mo. But you need to have that one guy when you can rely on. I like Laporta. You know what I'm saying? You got the Gibbs fumble really, really was costly. That was the turning point of that game. That the Vendor missed interception and Ayuk caught. You know, Samuel and Ayuk pretty much won this game for you. They won this game. Purdy won this game with his legs and his arm. And the defense came alive. You know, Fred Warner, Greenlaw, they do what good linebackers do. Fred Warner is the best linebacker in the league. And he showed why. You can't do all those cuts. Like it worked at first with Gibbs, but They adjusted. This is something that the Lions has to adjust. They have to, you can't stick to the same game plan for the first half and the second half. They're going to adjust. And you can see the 49ers adjusted. First half, they frustrated the 49ers. They kept showing the coach, and he was frustrated. But all the fourth downs, you can't go for it on fourth down every single fucking time. You can't do that. You can't do that. You have to put points on the board. You have to have trust in your kicker. If you don't have no trust in the kicker, what do you have him for? What do you have him for? I don't know, man. It's just, but the fans showed up and showed out at the watch party. So shout out to Ford Field for the watch party. They put it was a great event. They did a good job. Really looking forward to next season, man. In the draft. But next season is going to be key. A lot of these teams you're going to play. You're going to play San Francisco next year. You're going to play the Rams. You're going to play Tampa. You're going to play the division. The division is going to be even more tougher. Green Bay is going to get better. Minnesota, as long as they got a healthy Kirk Cousins, they're going to be dangerous. Chicago is going to be better. The NFC is going to be, you're going to have San Francisco. The Rams might be it might be better. The Buccaneers might be better. Depending on what Baker Mayfield you get, because that defense is definitely good enough. Who knows what you're going to get out of the Saints? You know what I'm saying? Philly could be better. Might not be better. I would think Jalen Hurts is going to be better next season. You know what Dallas is going to do. Seattle is probably going to be better, with Geno Smith and them weapons he has on there. Their defense is going to be better. So it's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough next season. But the Lions have a chance to beat 12-5, maybe 13-4. We just got to see. But Green Bay is going to be better. I think they're going to have at least 10, 11, maybe 12 wins. I think with Jordan Love is going to be better. You saw throughout that regular season his growth and, being in there and the reps and the more experience. That Green Bay team is going to be a tough team, and I think they're going to be kind of like my surprise team of next season. But got to put the pedal on the metal, man. It was a couple of those division games we should have won. We shouldn't have lost to Green Bay and Chicago. We shouldn't have lost that. I mean, all these games we could have won except the Baltimore game. The exception of that Baltimore game, because we didn't have a chance with Baltimore. Baltimore was just that team in the regular season. Unfortunately, Chiefs beat them. Now we got another San Francisco and KC Super Bowl again. Of course, they're going to show Taylor Swift again, which we're really getting tired. The NFL is just dumping that down our throats, and that just makes me not even want to watch the Super Bowl, and it kind of makes me want to root for San Francisco to beat Kansas City because I'm so sick of them showing Taylor Swift. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it, man. It's too much. It's way too much. Just stop showing her all the time. Like, you can show her sometime, but not all the goddamn time. Good Lord. It's other people we need to see. But listen, man, this is a tough loss, a tough pill to swallow, man. It's gonna take a while for me to really get over this. May take I don't know. But this one's gonna be tough, man. When I see people wearing Lions gear, it's gonna make me feel some type of way. But I'm still proud of the accomplishments of this team. They did what they had to do. I'm proud of them, man. I never would have thought they would have made the NFC Championship game, win a division, and did what they did. Now, next season, they're going to be more, people are going to hunt for them. People are going to expect them to be like this next year. The ticket sales have gone up. The season tickets have went up. Their merchandise is going to go up. It's going to be a big expectation. And their season is going to be tough once again. You got to play the Houston Texans. You got to play San Francisco. You got to play the Rams. You got to play the Buccaneers. You got to play your division. You have all these other teams. It's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough. You got Jacksonville. They're going to feel some type of way at the disappointing season they had. So all these games you can't take for granted. You got to go out there and win and do what you got to do. You can't be conservative. We got to see if Ben Johnson is still going to be here. There's rumors that he might be a coach somewhere else. We had to hope if Aaron Glenn going to be there. So somebody might want to pick him up. So, but I know a lot of people want to blame Dan Campbell, and rightfully so with all the calls, but it's definitely, you got to put some of that blame on Ben Johnson. You have to. And then I know some people want to get on Aaron Glenn, but when your defense is out there for so long and your offense ain't scoring, they're going to get tired. They're going to get tired. So, hey, man, but shout out to the Detroit Lions, man, and a good season they had. And, hey, man, it happens. It happens. But use this as fuel. Use this as a learning experience for next season. Let it motivate you and take it out on everybody you play. No letdowns. Just do what you have to do. So that's my thing. Definitely shout out to everybody who listened to the video. Definitely give some shout outs to the D313XP, DC1, Gnome, myself. Definitely Man Beast, Dante, Maniac Tim, Chris Steele, Everything King, the DSN, Big Willie, Big A, Big Cass, everybody that's doing Detroit content, man. It ain't gonna be easy. Everybody at Bally Sports. Shout out to Fish. Shout out to Jeff Alfredi. Shout out to Bruce Hope. Shout out to Rolling with FD. Y'all check out Rolling with FD. Man, shout out to Sergio Rodriguez. Shout out to Chris Plate. Shout out to Chris Bird. Shout out to Sean Belegian. Shout out to Corey Woods. Shout out to Downtown Deuce. Shout out to Eric Vincent. Man. Oh, definitely shout out to the Bears Country Production Podcast too. You know what I'm saying? Shorty, Foster, PJ, Walt, everybody that's involved with the BCP. They showed us love. We show them back. Y'all gotta get on the podcast, man. Y'all show us so much love. Y'all show me love. Y'all show the XP love, man. So definitely appreciate y'all and what y'all do. We trying to get to y'all status, but we got a long way to go. But yeah, man, just shout out to everybody that's doing sports content that's at the top peak, that's at the middle peak, and that's on the come up. No matter where you at, just still keep striving and do better and keep doing videos. Don't let nobody get to you. Always do that. Criticism is going to be there. Everybody's not going to like your content and what you do. Once you realize that, it is what it is. it took me a while to figure that out. Like, you know, everybody has their own opinion. We agree to disagree. Sometimes you get threats from people. I've gotten threats from people on videos. So, it happens. But you just got to keep doing it, man, no matter what. And keep your drive and just strive to it, man. Just do what you got to do. But that's my thing, man. Tell me what y'all think about this Lions game, man. Are y'all disappointed? Are you happy with the season? Are you looking forward to next year? Are you looking forward to the draft in April in Detroit? I can't wait. I'm definitely gonna be there. Shout out to the Pistons. They won today against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Show love to the Motor City Cruise. Show love to the Michigan Panthers. They start their season on March 30th. On February the 3rd, K9, Kenneth Walker the third, former Michigan State running back, Seattle Seahawk running back. He's going to be at Pro Sports Zone on the 3rd. I think this Saturday. This Saturday. I gotta see. I'm gonna tell you all the time in a minute. I'm gonna get it up. I'm gonna get the information up. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Okay, so this is the information here for those of y'all. Saturday, February 3rd, 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Kenneth Walker III. It's $100 an autograph. $8, $8 to per what is that? JSA, and then for it's $30 per inscription, which is 3 words max. So y'all go down there. I know over the weekend Blake Corum was down there, so shout out to them for putting Blake Corum on there. Yeah, man, shout out to Michigan for winning the national championship. Shout out to Jim Harbaugh for being the coach of the Chargers. Just shout out to all the new position and head coaches. Teams that went to the playoffs. Show up with the Pistons. I know they doing bad, man, but still show your support. Show support to the Crews, man. Go down there and support the Motor City Crews, man. If you could support the Pistons, please support the Crews, man. Their next home game, I think, is February the 1st against the Indiana Mad Ants. I got some history with the Mad Ants. I actually tried out for them in 2009. Didn't make the team, but it was still an experience. I still got my practice jersey to this day. So that team holds something deep in my heart, man, because they gave me a shot. So I appreciate that. So shout out to the Indiana Mad Ants. They'll be here Thursday, February 1st. So, all right, so I'm about to get up out of here, man. So, like I said, man, holla at me, man. The New Breed 313 Sports. Holla at, I got another page. It's 313 The New Breed Real Talk. Both platforms on YouTube and Instagram. Shout out to the D313XP on all platforms as well. Me, DC1, Nomus J313. Check out their individual pages too, man. DC1, Daryl Simpson, and Nomus J313, Nomus J. So holler at them, man. Support them, and we'll support you back, man. But in the meantime, man, I'll holler at y'all. Peace out.